Welcome back. It is part 2 of our whole barbecued or whole roasted salmon video. As you can see, it's a bit of a different view than what you're used to. So there's obviously my kitchen behind me. Normally I'm on the other side of it and you're looking towards this, but there is a reason why I've decided to do this final part of our whole roasted or whole barbecued salmon video. I've decided to do it this way because I've got a bit of a surprise for you guys at what I've set up. So as you may have watched previously, and hi Leslie, hi, you're back. As you may have watched previously, what we did is we took that beautiful, stunning, gorgeous whole salmon. It was just under 4 kilos, which is nearly 9 pounds worth of salmon, and we wrapped it. First we put all these lovely flavors on top. We got lemon, lovely herbs, it was ginger, lemongrass, all through that amazing salmon. And then we wrapped it up in some newspaper, and then I popped it into the oven. As I was saying, I would normally pop it into a barbecue with a lid, but because it's a total fire ban in many parts of Australia, as you probably all know at the moment, we are cooking inside today just because we do not want to give those hardworking fireys any more reason to have to come and sort us out, because we do have a wood burning barbecue. So we are cooking inside, and I think it's a really good way to show that you can cook indoors as well, even though it is majestic served on a barbecue. If you do not have access to a barbecue, or you just don't have one, or you don't want to go outside and cook, this is a really wonderful way to do it as well. So it's been done in the oven, and because it's nearly a 4 kilo salmon, it has been in there for just on 45 to 50 minutes. And there's a way that you can tell whether your salmon is cooked, and I suggest you do this because it's really hard to tell if you're just looking at the package, right? So I have got a few special ways. Just hold on, keep watching this this live, because I'm going to show you guys how I can tell instantly whether that salmon is cooked. Not, because you don't really know because it's in a package. So I'm going to turn the video around now because I want you guys to see what I've set up for us today and why we have this different angle happening in our kitchen. So bear with me. All right. Okay, so firstly, here is our salmon. Like I said, it's been in the oven for 45 minutes. To 50 minutes, and as you can see, the paper has gotten quite charred, and that's what you're looking for. The paper has gotten quite charred, but our package has remained intact. We haven't lost it at all. The twine, as you can see, is perfectly okay there as well, and we literally now need to open that up and see what's going on. But before we do that, I want to show you some accompaniments that I have on our table. Here's our table set up for lunch that we are serving, what I'm serving with the salmon today. So of course there is fresh lemon because we need some lemon to squeeze over. I've made a very simple mixed salad, and in that salad I have my salad sprinkles. There is also some nori. So I just took a sheet of nori and I cut it up really fine because nori tastes amazing. It's a wonderful seaweed, and I chopped it all over and threw it on top of that green salad. In my dressing here, and a little tip for you guys when it comes to dressing, I never dress a salad then put it on the table, especially if it's a buffet or a feed yourself, help yourself, because the salad leaves wilt really quickly. So I actually always put the dressing into a container, and the dressing that I have here today is so simple. It is literally some of my pickle juice there, a couple tablespoons of pickle juice, and a tablespoon of tamari, and that is the most amazing salad dressing you will ever taste. As well as that, and let's just go on to the pickles. I have my pickle station. I have my pickle party happening. Always have a pickle party happening. First pickles that I have down here, these are my vegetable pickles, my nanny's pickles. The recipe is available on Bridget's Kitchen on the Facebook page. I also have my pickled onions. Where would I be without those? Look at the color, without those gorgeous pickled onions. Pickled onion recipe is in the cookbook More from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, which is morefrombridget.com if you want to purchase a copy. I also have my pickled cucumbers. My pickled cucumbers are in the very first book that I did, which is Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, and you can get that book by going to bridgetscookbook.com. So that's the yellow book, that's the green book. Pickled ginger, because you know ginger goes really well with salmon. That is in morefrombridget.com, the green book. And then this recipe here, you're probably going, what is that, Bridget? What have you been hiding from us? This is one I've been testing out. This recipe here is my pickled garlic. So it's pickled with tamari, and honestly, it is phenomenal. You want to talk about getting more garlic into your life? It doesn't taste like garlic, it's not strong like garlic, it is crunchy and delicious. I'm going to share that recipe with you guys very, very soon. So that's my pickle station. Always have my pickle station on the table. Of course, you know it's going to go with lettuce, and you know it's going to go with salmon, and it's going to go with lemons as well. So, as well as that, you can see this little salad that I just made up. There's some hard-boiled eggs, there's some green, some pickled onions on there, a little bit of wakame that I threw on top of it, a little bit of lettuce. But you see that sauce there? That is my oil-free, egg-free Caesar salad dressing that I make, and that was going to go really well with that little simple egg salad. Amazing. Over here, no, you have not seen this one before. This one is brand new as well. I've been testing this recipe out. This is for any vegetarian friends that we may have coming, and yes, we have a vegetarian joining us today. So this is a vegetarian curry, and would you believe it's banana, chickpea, and cassia curry. I will share that recipe with you guys. I absolutely promise sharing that recipe with you guys coming up really, really soon. That's for our vegetarian friends, but it also goes well with salmon. And then the last thing that we have on our table, oh my gosh, check it out, is dessert. That is my Christmas cake. That is my gorgeous Christmas cake, and I'm not sure about you guys, but you know what's in there? Does anyone know what I'm serving our Christmas cake with today? If you are from the northern part of England, you know exactly what that is. That's going to be put onto my Christmas cake. I will leave that up to you guys. If anyone knows what I'm serving with our Christmas cake, please, please, please let us know. So that is lunch today on our table. Don't you just love all the different vintage plates I have? Everyone gets their own separate little plate. Look at that. Look at that. That one's Crown Lynn. Look at that one. I love that one too. That's a cutie. That's a cutie. That's one of my favorites, as well as that one. So I'm going to hand this video off to Mahei now, because he's going to hold it on for us. Because what I need to do, hey guys, is open up this package. Firstly, how do you know it's cooked? So I'm going to suggest to you guys the #1 way to tell whether your salmon is cooked. Come this way, Mahei. Good light, just there, perfect. Whether your salmon is cooked, and the best way to tell whether your salmon is cooked is using this little instrument here. So it is a digital thermometer, a meat checking thermometer. It is metal down that way. It is digitalized, so I get a reading, currently sitting at 21 degrees in our house, only because we've just put on the AC to keep everything cool. And the best way, and the only way I suggest, because if you were to look at this package in your barbecue or in your oven, how do you even know what is going on in there? Even by giving it a bit of a squeeze, it's hard to tell. By giving it time, it's also hard to tell, because depending on the size of your salmon, also how hot your barbecue can get and how hot your oven can get, is going to determine how long this takes to cook. This will give you the perfect result every single time, because the temperature that you're looking at the moment, I said the house is sitting on around about 21, 22 degrees. The temperature you're looking for when you insert this into, and you go for the thickest part of the salmon, and you want to go as close, get as much of that metal in there as possible. And the temperature that you're looking for this to end up being is 50 degrees. Now 51 degrees, anything from 40, look at that already. I know it's cooked. Yep, we're already over. It went up to 45. So I already know that this is well cooked. Possibly a little bit overcooked, because I've been talking a lot about this stuff on the table. But you are looking at between 48 to 54 degrees is the temperature you want to read on your thermometer, and then you take it out. So timing is dependent on so many things. This will give you precision every single time. So I suggest, if you don't already have one of these, they're only a couple of bucks. You can buy them at a chef store like King of Knives or places like that. Don't go anywhere near Kmart. They don't tend to have them, or those type of big box stores. You need to go to a store that specialises in kitchen equipment, Victoria's Basement if you're in Australia. Yes, I'm pretty sure in Sydney they have that. But definitely go to something like the King of Knives, which is a store that you find in most malls throughout the country. They'll sell you one of these for about $5 to $10. Wow. Great stocking stuffer. So there you go. And now we're just going to go in with our scissors and firstly take off the twine.
Curly and Anne-Marie said cheddar cheese on Christmas.
Yes, it is. Thank you. It's cheddar cheese. Yes, you are correct. Thank you. It is cheddar cheese that I'm serving with my cake, because I love it. And anyone, like I said, who's from the northern part of the UK, you will also know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we are unveiling our salmon. Oh my gosh, the smell is amazing. As I said, this is the showstopper, and I actually like to leave the paper on because it looks rustic. It's very unusual. Well, it's nice, it's unusual, it's different, right? To quote our favourite Cap and Kim, it's different. But yeah, like I said, I really like to leave the paper on. I just think it just creates this marvellous process that you are showing what it takes to get everything cooked and done. Now you can see why I've added a little bit of baking paper. You don't have to add the baking paper if you don't want to, but it does just give that extra layer of protection. I've done it both ways, and it works really, really well. So what we have there is the most wonderfully, wonderfully cooked bit of salmon. The most gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's have a little look under here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, you can just, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Look at that. Oh, moisture plus. And that's literally all you need to do, is you just need to, I'm going to take my knife, it is a little bit hot, and you can just literally peel back the skin, and you can expose that wonderfully cooked salmon in there, gorgeous fatty salmon that's cooked in there, and you have the most wonderful, and like for me, this is showstopper. If you wanted to, you could sprinkle some more salt on here. You could do something like this as well, and just to make sure that everyone knows that this is exactly what you were after. So we're going to put some lemon on there. We got some wonderful, gorgeous, you know, if you wanted to. I know it's salad, but why not? If you want to add a bit of green stuff to it, you could totally do that as well. And then you, like I said, you have this showstopper of a salmon, and it is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. So that is our gorgeous salmon from head. Yes, we're eating the head, right down to tail. Look at the moisture. You can see the moisture, the flavors, the smells. And when you are presenting that on your table with all these gorgeous pickles and salads and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. One thing you'll notice on here, there's no carbs. I've got 0 carbs on this table because who needs it when you've got this? And I think, you know, for Christmas Day, for Boxing Day, for New Year's Day, for a picnic, when you want to really impress people, this is what you need to do. So guys, I need to go now because I'm hungry. So I'm literally leaving. I've got a bit of work to do. We have a bit of work to do. Thank you for joining us. Do not forget that tomorrow's class, it's our second to last one. It's getting a bit sad actually. It's our second to last one for a while. Tomorrow's class is stuffing. My most amazing gluten-free stuffing recipe you will have ever seen, you will have ever tasted before. I'm making that with you guys tomorrow, and then on our final class, which is on Christmas Eve, it's a surprise. I will let you know what ingredients I'll be using, and then you can join me, and we're going to cook something absolutely fabulous on Christmas Eve. So thank you for joining me today. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, and we hope to see you again really soon on our next class. Thank you guys. Love you lots. Talk soon. Bye.